both Vivek and Ankur, and I like their marketing power because that's what you need as a developer.
Yes.
Why do they put branding on bus stops and buses? All Soviet Union was filled with Indian movies. Raj Kapoor, Mera Naam Joker, disco dancer. The most useless position was accounting. In reality, if you really want to make a business out of real estate, it should be your only business.
Okay. What about the commercial, especially the industrial, like factories or warehouses, logistics?
So as an investor, you can make money only in five. That's what we identified, five verticals. From the investment perspectives, who are the top category of buyers and investors in UAE today? Indians. So I am successful 100% because I'm not giving up.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Bilna Sandeep Show. We are UAE's first construction and real estate show run by a woman in construction. That's myself, Bilna Sandeep. Thank you for being on the show today. And today we have an amazing guest, Timur, who I would initially probably tell serial entrepreneur, but probably I should call him a serial investor. So he will be telling more about the whole story of how he came to UAE to then what's happening. And recently he's entered real estate as well. So we are going to look at all of those. Welcome on the show, Timur.
Thank you very much, Bilna. Thank you for having me here. And I actually like the way you said that serial entrepreneur or a serial investor.
Yeah.
Because it's a big difference.
I know.
Yes, being an entrepreneur, you do invest your time, your own money to grow the business. But when you start investing in other people's businesses,
a complete different scenario, right?
Yeah, it's a different game. So let's see if I can prove that today I'm shifting from an entrepreneurial world into the investment world. Yes.
Right? So maybe for our listeners, could you give a brief about yourself, how you started?
I'll try to be brief because it's been a journey of 21 years in Dubai, in UAE.
Nice.
I came to Dubai back in 2004.
Nice.
And I joined one of the fastest growing hospitality group, Jumeirah Hospitality.
Oh, nice.
So I worked for Jumeirah in various positions, different hotels, and I think...
Were you a hospitality professional?
Yeah, it was... I started as a lifeguard, and I grew into Jumeirah. Because Jumeirah is an amazing organization in the sense of they do offer a lot of trainings, personal growth.
So you have the option to grow in your
career. 100%.
Okay.
So, and then internally there is an opportunities to grow and joining trainings, and then you can try different positions.
Nice.
But it gave me a feeling of what is Dubai. So it's too early because I came from Uzbekistan. Got into 5-star hotels. I've seen Burj Al Arab, Al Qas. Yeah, I have a couple of friends who have never visited Burj Al Arab, and I worked for Jumeirah. So it was a great growth and kind of understanding what is Dubai all about. Because you work under the leadership of the leaders of the country. So Jumeirah belongs to His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, and obviously that gives that different vibes. Then in 2006, being very opportunistic, I've decided to start my own company.
It was quite quick. Like in 2 years, you actually started your own.
I had a feeling when I'm not coming with the entrepreneurial background. Like my parents, they're not business people. We don't have a family office or capital. But somehow, I don't know. When I came to Dubai, I had a feeling that, I'm going to have a business here.
Okay, so you knew you were meant for it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I was made for money. I really wanted to make money. There was no any other like giving back to society or...
You were motivated by money part.
Money part, wealth. Like when you see people when they can afford, what they can do when they have money.
Okay.
When they can stay in luxury hotels, and then you feel like, okay, this is what I want.
Okay,
This is the
nice.
lifestyle. And you don't realize that, okay, it all comes with a lot of complications.
I know,
Right? Like staying in a hotel is one part, but actually running a business is completely different. So in
Nice.
2006, I started a company called, that time, Luxury World Key Concierge.
Oh, nice.
A concierge service, basically using my background at Jumeirah hotels, offering an extra mile to
Nice.
clients who stays in the hotel. So you book hotels, you book transport, you try different things, how to make money.
Okay.
And it was just a feeling that when you work at the hotel, the only thing you rely on as tips, because you have
Yes,
salary and
yes.
it's not obligatory. People can give you tips. Maybe they say
Yeah.
thank you very much, and not necessary.
Exactly.
And then when I started concierge, then I could officially charge people for my time.
Yes.
Like you can send invoices and you can. Well, it was funny how you start the business, because when you don't have experience, you don't have capital, you
Yeah.
don't have investors, you don't know how to present the business to investors. So you start yourself. You create 10 emails,
Okay.
administrator, account,
I know.
assistant, and
Let
you.
me check with my EA.
Yeah, exactly. You come, you sit in the car, and then you reply yourself.
Yeah.
Well, I always say that for a certain period of time, because my journey and my life started in Dubai.
Okay.
So I was developing with the country, right? That fake it until you make
you
it
make it.
worked in some time, right? So it worked at that period of time and it worked for so many developers even.
Yes.
If we touch base there, so you take the plot, you put the fence around, you put the nice picture and say, this will be the building.
Okay.
And then people start buying. There was no
Exactly.
escrow account.
That's how the money
Exactly,
was
right?
initially
So fake it
coming.
until you make it. And but then obviously a company starts evolving, then you hire a
Nice.
team, then you make mistakes, you fail again, then you
Yes.
go back to basics. And then as I just mentioned before, I think I still was thinking that it's just a service agency. It's not a real business.
Okay.
And when you don't believe yourself that it's a real business, you do that mistakes.
Yeah.
Right? So you don't grow it as a real business.
Yes.
You grow it as like one-man show. You answer on the phones.
You're still thinking as an employee.
Exactly. But then that's why I wanted that status,
Okay.
that LinkedIn status.
Okay.
CEO and founder and group of companies, all that
I
fancy.
know.
And then you put on the business card and you give it everywhere you go. But that was the first mistake when I made it to look as a group of companies.
Okay.
Because people don't understand what group of companies does.
Says.
Right? So
Okay.
they clearly understand a concierge service.
Yeah.
They don't understand group of companies. And then that's when I start losing clients.
Okay.
Cash flow
Okay.
problem. Because I don't know how to build a financial planning.
Okay.
For me, finance was income, expenses.
Okay.
Whatever
Cash in,
is
cash
there,
out.
yeah. Whatever is there is my money.
Okay.
If I have money there in the balance, I buy a laptop. If
Okay.
I don't, I don't.
Yeah.
So-
So you are not looking what belongs to your supply chain or
Do
whatever.
I have to hire people? I was like, for me, the most useless position was accounting. I was like, I know numbers. Why do I need an accountant?
Okay.
I can run it myself. That was the first mistake.
Okay.
Position like HR. I'm good with people. Why do I need HR to hire someone?
someone.
I can do it. My problem was I don't know how to fire people.
Yeah, I know.
And then you keep on,
You
then
keep
you
on
hire
holding on to the wrong people.
Exactly. So you hire someone and he says, I'm so-and-so and great in sales. You say, amazing.
Okay.
After a couple of months after you did the visa and this, you don't see any results. And then you start thinking, okay, but I already invested in him.
Yeah.
I invested his visa costs, over $2,000. I gave him 3 months salary. So he already owes me.
And then you're already dragging on after
And then
that.
you tell him, okay, maybe you're good in project management or whatever. You come up with positions which you
Yeah.
don't need just to keep the person.
Okay.
Anyway, so take all that into consideration. I was still trying to create a way where one team can actually cross-sell other products. Because then my first real estate journey started back in 2009.
Okay.
I opened a real estate brokerage company, or we call it that time.
Was that your second company?
Yeah, it was a brokerage. It was a second citizenship.
Okay.
It was limo services. Because 2008, the first crisis,
Yes.
we actually escalated because my friends, they were leaving businesses behind.
Okay.
And with some, I just rearranged things like, okay, I'll take over your business and I'll be paying you back.
So you took that opportunity.
Yeah. So it was
in the market.
It was a great time. So we took over cargo services, limo services,
nice.
travel agency. That's
Basically, your whole supply chain that you had at that time, you were trying to take over.
But I was not considering that I'm buying a dead businesses, right?
Yeah.
For me, it was just a license and the name. This business is travel agency.
It's a 5-year-old business, 10-year-old business.
Exactly.
So that's what you were buying.
So it was, and it didn't work as a group of companies, but because, as I said, what I was trying to create, that the person who meets you at the airport, checks you in the hotel, will be able to sell you real estate.
Okay.
And then you see that it doesn't work, that people go and buy from real estate brokers.
Yes.
Then go back to you and say, we just bought a property, we're looking for a cleaning, and then you say, why you didn't buy through me?
Yeah.
They said, we didn't know you do. We thought you are a travel agency.
Yeah.
Also, people didn't understand what concierge means.
Okay.
So anyway, but considering, and I have a lot of failing stories, a lot.
Okay.
It will take more podcasts than this. So keeping that in mind, that you can actually grow businesses around the same clientele and offer them different services, but only if you structure it well. All the way till we went through a crypto boom, 2017.
Yes.
We went through restructuring a lot, and then in 2021, when I start thinking that, because you already have experience, so you know people, you understand, you can read business plans, you understand what is investments. In order for me to restructure things, I had to publicly show that I'm no longer a concierge person.
Okay.
I'm selling my company. So, and I sold it to an investment company, Enlightened Minds Investments. That's how I rebranded I had an investment vertical. That time it used to be called Golden Barrel Investments. That says a lot about my lifestyle before, right? Bling bling, gold and black. Golden Barrel Investments was rebranded.
And that's when you got the enlightenment.
Exactly. I started reading a lot. I decided that if I can't change the way I run business, or I can't influence it, I should change myself. And then I went through a lot of transformations personally. I quit a lot of bad habits. I changed my lifestyle. I went back.
So you decided to change yourself first before the business itself.
And I think that's the main thing. So you change yourself. You can't change the business. You can't hire that perfect, ideal CEO or whoever to make him run the business. Because I used to do that. I used to say, no, I'm a terrible boss. I'm a terrible leader. I would just hire someone and let him run the business. But it still comes down to you. So if you can't change yourself.
If you can't change yourself, we can't expect others to do
you
that
won't.
for you.
And it won't succeed, whoever you bring on board. So I decided to change myself. So I changed myself. And then in 2021, as you said, enlightenment came. I started reading a lot, and then that word enlightenment was appearing
it stuck to you.
Exactly. And I was like, okay, so if I'm going towards enlightenment, that the company should follow that.
Nice.
And then Enlightened Minds Investments came to the picture. We rebranded, redesigned, identified where we are experts, where I have experts, right? So like talking to you, your expertise in construction, right? And I always believe that when people say, okay, what business should I start? So where did you spend the most time? Where you already invested, right? So you invested. So if you invested your whole, education, background, your work experience, you worked as an IT professional. If you want to start a business, you won't start F&B, right?
Yes.
So you should go
have an experience in what you're starting.
Exactly.
With,
right? So even if at that time somebody says, no, real estate is an amazing business, you should focus on real estate because that's where you make the most money. But unless you can actually duplicate the same knowledge and expertise, but if you're starting your business,
that's not easily humanly possible to just
course.
be an expert everywhere.
That's why I went to where I had the best. I had experience, I had connections, I had opportunity to connect with people, and that's where we start building an ecosystem.
Nice.
6 main verticals. Today, Enlightened Minds is marketing and media.
Nice.
So this is the companies where we invest. It's lifestyle businesses because you need people.
Yes.
And I think the easiest way to get is through offering services, because then your client acquisition cost is close to minimum.
Yes.
Right? So we have a concierge service to generate clients.
Okay.
We have...
so that's the starting point of the funnel.
Exactly. Right? That's where you get clients.
That's where you get the new
client. So
client
he comes to you by himself.
Nice.
He says, oh, I'm arriving to Dubai. I'm actually planning to relocate. And then you offer him concierge service to pick him up from the airport, check in the hotel, bring him to do a business setup. You help him all the way. And then when he says... can you connect me to bankers and investors? And then the people say, let me introduce you to Enlightened Minds.
Yes.
And that's when we sit down and talk about investment opportunities, right? Then third vertical is learning and development.
Okay.
That's the education vertical.
Okay.
I believe in education. I personally believe that that's very sustainable, especially in this region. And again, through education, if you take kids, you get access to parents. You get access to parents. You get access.
So when you say education, is it like schools?
Schools, nurseries, learning centers, after-school activities, Boy Scout. We work with Emirates Boy Scout Association.
Oh, nice.
So then we have health and wellness.
Okay.
Everything to do with health.
Like hospitals and clinics?
It started with clinics. I invested in mental health center and longevity clinic, but in 2024 I exited from both of the projects because I want to take health and wellness to a different scale. To look for, longevity, but more on the funding level. Right. So then we have next gen technologies. And I really like that vertical because regardless how technology is developing, it will be always next gen technologies.
So it's all about the new technology that's coming in.
It was Web3, then AI, now quantum. So we always ahead of the always next gen.
Every time the latest one you pick
on. Because it's next gen, right? So it will always exist as next gen technologies.
Nice.
And then we have investment vertical. So that's where we do structuring funds and capital growth. So that vertical is also acting as a client because we have companies who comes to us and say, look, can you connect me with there or connect me there, or can you help me to grow the business in this region? And then if it doesn't fit in any of the verticals, like we understand that business won't bring any benefits to the entire ecosystem, then we offer them just a capital growth package. Let's put it this way. We know how to
basically you become an investor for that business, but you don't pull them into your ecosystem. You keep it separately there.
Correct.
Okay, that's nice. Now, I'll also bring you towards your real estate side now. You've been in news recently a lot about the BNW Developments. What's happening there? What's that vertical?
So, as I mentioned before, I started real estate in 2009. I was always like a hobby business. You can call it a boutique agency. But in reality, if you really want to make a business out of real estate, it should be your only business. Yes, people try.
Have your full focus on it.
Of course, people try to then open interior design company and then they do something else. But the same mistake I was doing. So, real estate is a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of people, a lot of marketing. And but we see that the market is growing. So you can't say, no, we don't get involved in real estate. So 3 years back, I started discussing with our board saying, look, we did well in 2021, 2022 as the brokerage firm, Limitless Valley Real Estate. We have contracts with all the developers, but it's very difficult to keep the team. Right, so they always go around. And
unless you have that really dedicated focus on it.
And plus, look, the companies come to the market and say, oh, we offer 60-40. commissions. Then they say 70-30. There are companies offering 90% of commissions. There are companies offering 100% of commissions. So how are you going to grow this business? Exactly. So people knew the real estate agency comes, say, brokers comes to us, we give you leads, we give you 100% commissions, you pay us subscription fee. On all that. I have in this 21 years, and say it's 2009, so when you see the growth of Dubai, and then you talk about investments. So where do you actually make money when it comes to real estate, right? So as an investor, you can make money only in 5. That's what we identified, 5 verticals. So you do make money if you are a developer. Right? So developer makes the most. Because if you take today's land price with construction, you end up paying 950 to 1,000 dirham. Depends on the land, when you bought it. So if 1,000, 1,200. So today you are selling per square feet. So today you're selling 2,500, 3,500. Some places 5,000. So you're always profiting. But as an investor, can you actually come and become a developer? Some try, but that's where they fail. That because it's not about...
They're not an expert developer.
Exactly. They haven't built anything here. They buying land very expensive. Their conditions with escrow account is higher than the all the exactly. So they might end up paying 50%. Plus they need to pay to construction 10-20% down payment.
It's huge capitals.
Exactly. So they will end up as a new developer making maybe 10-15%. And then they need to use the capital to continue being a developer, buying another plot, building. So that's why sometimes you see developer with one building. Right? Which is still not even released. So, then as an investor, you need huge capital. Then you can make money now as a new trend, flipping. We call it redevelopment. So you buy old stock, you put some money, you redevelop, you sell it, or you put it on Airbnb. So you make money. Then you also make money if you have big checks. You go to existing developers and you say, "I'll buy 20% of your 80% building, units. Give me discount. Give me 20%, 25%, and then you put it on sale. So you make money, big checks. Then you also make money if you buy distressed deals. But you need to understand why is it distressed. Are you buying from old investors who can't come up with the mortgage? And we have seen this a lot among Russians. When they were buying the property 2022, now the dollar change in Russia. And they have to pay in dollars. They're still making money in Russian rubles. So the gap is big difference. So they can't keep up with the mortgage. They are selling it. Right? So that's I think that's it where you actually make money. So what to do with investors with the check of like 1 million dirham? What do? You buy a studio, you hardly wait for 6 to 8% on rent, and that's it. So it's not real investments. It's just for the sake of having a property in Dubai. So 3 years back, I started pitching it to our board and saying, we need to do a real estate fund. So we need to bring those smaller investors and then we identify all these 5 opportunities. We can get involved in development. We can get involved in flipping. We can get involved in last milestone investments. We can get involved now in branding properties. And the main question always arose like, have you built anything? It's great. I mean, the idea is great. Let's do it fun.
But how do you execute it?
Exactly. Have you built anything? The main questions investors will ask, okay, great idea. What have you built so far? Nothing. Right? So do you own one building? No. So took us 3 years. I mean, it was always part of the discussion that we want to be in real estate. We want to be in development, but we want to do a fund. And so, as I mentioned, we work as an ecosystem. Our corporate service provider, the company we purchased a year back, was doing a corporate services to BNW. So he knows them and we know them from day one, since they were a brokerage firm. They started as bricks and woods, right, as a brokerage words, and then they started like 2 or 3 years back as developers. And so we know
the whole story.
We know that they are cash positive. We know their vision, where they want to grow. we know Ankur and Vivek on the personal level. So when Ahmed, my partner, said, why don't we go to BNW?
Okay.
I mean, see how they grow. Let's offer them to do a real estate fund.
Okay.
So we had a meeting, we discussed, we proposed the idea. I brought our structuring partner, Danish Chotani, who did the full structuring. He explained how is it going to work, that how we can get fund up and running in 4 weeks in the IFC. And it clicked. And we click on the personal level as well with both Vivek and Ankur. And I like their marketing power because that's what you need as a developer.
Yes.
You need to sell quickly.
Yes.
You need to be aggressive in terms of marketing. And then people sometimes say, but why do they put branding on bus stops and buses? It's not their targeted audience.
But it's actually clicked everywhere.
It's actually the entire Dubai. So people drive, they pass by buses, they pass by bus stops, and they see BMW. So they
recall is there, brand recall every
so
time.
it's even better than just the big
hoarding.
Big board on the Sheikh Zayed Road in one spot.
Yes.
It's just
this is like everywhere in Dubai.
Exactly, right? So people drive around, so people talk, and they know now when you say BMW, they know.
Yes.
It was a smart move, and we really liked it. And we know that when we start a real estate fund, as you said, now it's all over the news. It's the power of their marketing brand, right?
Nice.
So, and then again, from the investment perspectives, who are the top category of buyers and investors in UAE today? Indians.
Yes.
That's the Indian community. Then we have Chinese, then we have Europeans, then we have Russians.
Okay.
So how me, a Russian speaker, how do I tap into Indian community?
That market?
Never.
Okay.
And they don't. I always say, we had a meeting and I say, they said, okay, but why Enlightened Minds haven't done it by themselves? I said, because Enlightened Minds doesn't have Vivek Oberoi.
Yeah, I know.
Enlightened Minds doesn't, like...
That's how you partner with the right partners, right?
Right? Okay. And then you use the power of their branding. Why not? And then we start signing, and then we prepared the signing ceremony on 4th of December. My entire Indian part of the team, they like, can I also be there?
Because Vivek Oberoi is there.
Yeah. And I was like, boss, can you introduce me to Vivek? And then some of them now on all their WhatsApp pictures, they put the pictures with him and this. I was like amazed. No, because when I read a book called Shantaram, and majority of Russians, they know this book. And you know, for us, Indian culture was long before in Soviet Union times.
Yes.
Because entire cinemas in all Soviet Union was filled with Indian movies.
Oh, nice.
Shah Rukh Khan was before. It was Mithun Chakraborty.
Oh.
Mithun Chakraborty.
So you grew up seeing all of them?
All. Miralam Joker.
Raj
Kapoor. Miralam Joker. Disco Dancer. And there was this movie when the lady was dropped into crocodiles and then she did the surgery. I don't know what it's called in English. Yeah, like she died. Her husband tried to kill her. He dropped her. She had 2 kids. So like 80s. So we grew with the songs, and so the culture was always there. So for me, it wasn't a cultural shock when I came to Dubai.
Nice.
I was like,
anyway,
I grew with Indian movies, right? So when I read Shantaram specifically, I understand. So community driven.
Nice.
And the idea of BNW today, they want to build an Indian temple surrounded by an Indians, the city with recreating the nature of India.
Oh, nice.
It's just the plot is just between Abu Dhabi and Dubai. And that's our main focus for the fund. But we are tapping into land acquisition and development.
Nice.
We are tapping into last milestone investments. So we will invest in their existing portfolio and then branded properties. They just signed with Tonino Lamborghini to do the residence.
Recent news it was.
In Ras Al Khaimah. And they have a really good vision. So we take uncompleted buildings, which are 45 to 50% constructed. So you pass the period of escrow. Then you take over, you buy them at peanuts basically. Then you bring big brand, Ramada, Tonino, or Winham. You create
brand it.
and then the value grows, right? Because it's a branded apartments
Yes.
now. So the one, and that's 3 verticals we decided to choose as BNW fund.
That's nice. That's amazing. So now, just for a layman's perspective,
Yeah.
okay, people want to know what are the different kinds of funding that happens in real estate. One is this kind which you already mentioned. What other kind happens usually in the real estate area?
Today, as I said, investors, they come to Dubai and they invest in real estate. Some who can afford, they buy, as I said, bulk deals, and then they put it on rent. They generate between 8 to 12% a year.
Okay.
Others, they now look for commercial properties, real estate, because then you have tenants.
Yes.
And you have, it's a scalable projects like business centers, because it generates a bit more than residential.
Nice.
And considering how UAE, Dubai, entire region is developing, I believe there is still, even in today, there is an opportunity to invest and make money in real estate, because region is growing. And even like we always follow US in terms of recession, so we fall behind like 6-8 months after them. Whenever they start, we know that in 6-8 months there will be correction, but you're still gonna make your double digits. So plots and acquisition, because it's still early, because people say now Saudi is a great market. Yes, Saudi is a great market, because now with the new implementation of a law, a taxation, they will be charging 10% tax to the landowners. So now they're all ready to JVs, but the infrastructure, the culture is not yet adapted. It took some time to UAE to adapt, right? And the leadership, the vision, where they want to grow. But that's why there is still opportunity here.
Nice.
If you invest smart, if you understand who to work with. Yeah, like we spoke with a friend, he has a family office. And when he showed the numbers, they manage over 2 billion dirham now as a small family office. And somebody asked, okay, why don't you, with all this knowledge and due diligence and understanding and finance expert, why don't you go to development? And he actually said, we tried. We took a plot. We brought the best team, the best engineering consulting, very spacious, high quality you haven't seen in Dubai. And we were selling like $5,000 per square meter. And he said 1 month, 2 months, no sales. We signed with all the sales brokers. No
Nothing's
sales.
happening.
Everyone is saying, don't worry, soon. Then next to us, a big developer came and took a plot, put their average building $8,000 per square meters higher, sold in 2 months, sold out. So they used the money already to buy new. He said, and we're still now 18 months in a row, we're selling to...
That's the power of branding.
Exactly.
And being established.
And then he said, that's why we decided that, if we want to develop, we will do a JV with developer. Yeah, because then if you talk about, you see, there is also ways... You can put a tick in the box. You have invested in Dubai real estate, or you actually making money in Dubai real estate. Because I think in today's world, the whole capital is moving here. Everyone is moving. There is security, right? There is constant growth. There is an international hub. Today, it's easier to call people talents. You can attract talents and big companies to Dubai. When you call and say, do you want to work for me in Dubai? There's no hesitation. If you say today, I don't want to tap into politics, and you say, come and work for us in our law office in London, there will be so many questions. Security, family, accommodation, taxes. And then you think twice. So it's now more difficult to bring talents. And now people know. So Again, it's a branding. It's
Yes.
important. The way
Dubai
Dubai
itself has shown us the way.
So
right?
now Dubai is a big brand for entire region. That's why other Emirates will always support Dubai to grow.
Yeah.
Because of Dubai, the entire region is growing, right?
Yes.
So it's an attraction. The best building, the tallest building, the best company. So
Yes.
people are moving. So expansion is there. And for us at Enlightened Minds, when we choose our verticals, we decided to follow a simple model. We look at the agenda of UAE and we follow where they go.
Okay.
Because you don't have to think twice
Yes.
if this gonna work and if this gonna be supported. You follow their lead. They're going
just
into
follow
AI,
that.
you go into AI.
Nice.
They're going into quantum, you go into quantum. Space technology, healthcare, education. So we tapped into all
Each of
verticals where UAE is supporting.
Nice.
There are businesses which maybe have higher ROI. I always use as an example, you can open showroom, you can open
Yes.
restaurant, you can open garage, spare parts. All this will grow because the country is growing.
Yes.
People are moving here. But is it scalable on the government level? Will
Yes.
ever UAE will decide to create a fund to support all
This
garages in
particular-
Dubai?
Yeah.
Never. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
But in our
But
perspective,
it's not the obvious place. right?
Exactly. For next 2030 until their vision for 2030 is clear enough for us to follow their guidance.
Nice.
And I've never been happier. I mean,
Nice.
now I'm more relaxed. Considering all the businesses we currently growing,
Yes.
I'm more relaxed than it was concierge service and operational business, where I try to now.
Because that's very service heavy. Those
Exactly.
businesses.
So it's very operational, and the OPEX is very
Yeah.
important.
Yes.
And if your business grows and you have to grow the team
Yeah.
to grow that business, it's very difficult to
That's
sustain.
very difficult to scale
Right?
also, right?
Because concierge service, you want to grow amount of clients, you need to grow
You need a
amount
lot of people on the ground.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's why, like, we had travel agency and all these businesses where when people tell me, oh, we have 2,000
Every client
people.
need to speak to a person.
Yeah.
That's the situation, right? Okay.
2,000 people, and then I count visas, insurance, this gets sick, that gets, and you think,
It's a huge
where is the business where I don't have to deal with people? I had
Less
a limo.
people,
Yeah,
more. It's like-
I had limo company, right?
Okay.
And I know it's a growing business, right? But you only feel money when you have 1,000 cars and 500 drivers. So the car works 24.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, 1,000 drivers, 500
Yes,
cars,
yes.
right? So 2 drivers per car.
Yeah.
One gets sick. One needs to go
Then
home.
that's
Here's the
holding, yeah.
problem.
Then
your
you
car-
need the HR, you
Yeah.
need all the other departments.
For me, the best time was Corona.
Okay.
But not that that's the best time. It was a good lesson because Corona was an excuse for me to close the businesses which were not making money. So I said, it's not me. I didn't fail. It's Corona. Sorry, I have
could
to
make it as an excuse.
Yeah, sometimes we all need these excuses.
Yeah.
But I think what is important for anyone who gets into business or investor to evaluate the business, how
scale
scalable.
without-
Do you need a lot of people to scale
Yes.
it? Because today who wins is the unicorn companies are 2-3 people.
Yeah.
We've seen this, right?
Yes.
$1 billion valuation, one person behind.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the world going to.
True.
One founder who can scale and grow the business. And we'll see.
Keeping the OPEX and overheads as low as possible is the best.
Dubai is not cheap for that matter, right? So it's really, you will not find when people say cheap labor, right?
Yeah.
So there's no cheap labor.
Yes.
Labor is labor, and here it has a cost, the cost of living,
Yes.
cost of keeping the visa regulations and all of it.
Yes.
So
That's the best model. That's amazing. And it's a huge insight for not just for the real estate people. I think all business
Generally.
owners in general.
Thank
These
you.
are like amazing insights. Thanks for that. Now, a little bit about industrial side of things.
Yeah.
You have gone into the residential buildings and all of those in
Yeah.
real estate. What about the commercial, especially the industrial, like factories or warehouses, logistics?
Oh, you're touching a very hot cake. No, I haven't mentioned. It's not yet publicly announced. we have signed, it's also an achievement of this year.
Okay.
We have signed with the very structured institutional fund.
Okay.
It's called Equitativa.
Okay.
So Equitativa, they did Emirates REIT.
Oh, okay.
This is their product, 1.4 billion dirhams. Oh, dollars, sorry. And with them, we are now tapping into climate control warehouses.
Nice.
We're starting with Ras Al Khaimah, and we already have tenants.
Okay.
Because it's a huge demand. They actually opened our eyes into that.
Okay.
We never considered asset warehouses. So what type of business is that?
Just last week we did a post about this on our
Really?
Maven page.
Okay.
Because we work with a lot of industrial projects, and when clients are coming, we see a huge shortage in the climate control warehouses.
There are no. If you take Javza, and now think of it, Wynn, the Wynn Casino in Ras Al Khaimah, they just announced another $5.1 billion investment into Ras Al Khaimah.
Nice.
Because taking the numbers, if I'm not mistaken, so now they're building 7,000 keys hotel.
Yes.
They have demand for 28,000 keys.
Okay.
So they will open Win 2 and Win 3. That's what their normal model. So their supplier, the supplier company, they brought from US. These people, they don't have warehousing.
Yeah.
So we're building warehouses for their demand, and I can tell you now that what we are building is not enough.
Yeah.
There is no space, first of all.
There's no availability, land availability is also not there.
And what people also don't consider, the labor camps and accommodations.
Yes.
Like when I came to Jumeirah was leasing gardens, buildings for their staff. Because now imagine, so you have a hotel, where your staff gonna stay?
Yes.
They're not going to buy them a properties. They're going to rent properties available there for their staff.
Exactly. The staff accommodation and the
accommodation, the labor camps, warehouses, all of it is an amazing piece of cake when it comes to real estate. When you say industrial, I can tell you more. UAE wants to be self-sustained. They want to export things. They don't want to import anymore.
Yes.
So the factories depends on what you're planning to manufacture, but if it's related to energy, ADNOC is offering an amazing deals where they're happy to support, co-fund, give you land if it's energy. If you're bringing something which is at high demand and currently UAE is importing, they will support. Another opportunity, which is not yet publicly announced, we are bringing semiconductors with post-quantum technology manufacturing into UAE. We already signed a memorandum. It went directly to NASDAQ website because the company we're bringing are a public company on NASDAQ.
Company. Yeah. Okay, that's amazing.
So we tapped into manufacturing.
So we can see a lot of industrialization also going to happen in this part of the world.
It is, and again,
even data centers.
Data centers is something we haven't. It's like we decided to step in because we also.
Are you stepping in that as well?
We brought into UAE, and we already got a license for manufacturing of space objects and satellites.
Oh, nice.
We're bringing the technology, we're transferring the IP. Along with that, obviously, we were discussing, I said, let's add data centers in the space into the presentation. So Timur, wait, let us start the satellite first.
And then you move into...
there are a lot of rumors and speculations about data centers in the space.
Yes.
It is, I believe, it's solving the problem with overheating and electricity. We have solutions we're working on to solve the problem for radiation because the SSD cards, but the quantum semiconductors can solve that problem as well.
So you're into research as well now.
Yes, we got into space, and the reason why I don't mention all of it because then people say no, come on.
Is there anything you don't do?
The call like. 2 years, but no, year back.
Okay.
I got a call, and you can feel on the other line the person is very matured, and you can feel his beard. It's like, "Hi, you are Timur who is doing presentations?" I was like, "What presentations?" "I will tell you now about one project. You won't believe it's advertisement in the space." I said, "No, that's too much." Right? I said, "Timur, you have to calm down. What advertisement in the space? What space?"
Okay.
And then I had a meeting, and then it was just a random dinner after that with my local partners in Abu Dhabi. And I didn't even mention what this person does. I just mentioned him, he's the uncle of so-and-so. And then while having this tea, and my partner, he asked like, "Oh, what do you do, sir?" And he said, I said, "Timur, why you didn't tell me? We are bringing now semiconductors, and I'm working on this."
That's how the deal started?
Yeah, I was like, "No way." I said, "I tell you what, and it's nothing to do with investment. The moment I changed myself, I think I changed the frequency. Right? I don't know what people believe in, but we have that,
you started attracting
exactly.
The law of attraction.
Anything you say, to the extent that space technology, so anything. I haven't been on a meeting yet that after a week or so, similar subject will be there, or somebody else is coming with the same, and it's just like a proven record. If somebody spoke about it, now it's a second meeting, a third meeting, and fourth meeting. It went into movie and entertainment industry, gaming, space technology, semiconductors, quantum development. I think all of us, there is nothing like, I think all of us, we have it all our life.
Yes.
But it is blurred, or signal is blurred by whatever obstacles we put, whether it's bad habits, whether it's something else, or stress, we just don't see it. It's there. It's not like suddenly happened. It was always there. That's why sometimes I remember even the childhood, I was living the way it was described in the movie Secret. When I watched the movie, because I had hesitations, maybe I'm too opened. When I watched the movie, I was like, no, that's exactly how I live.
In my life.
But then the bad habits, the stress,
started blurring your vision.
Exactly. You lose that vision. The moment I sort of cleaned, I start attracting it. That's why I don't believe in when people say to me, and it's been all my life, my whole entrepreneurial life, they said, "Timur, the problem you have that you are too diverse and you need to focus." Well, I can say one thing, and I heard it from Gary Vee. So in today, under Enlightened Minds, we have 25 companies.
Oh, wow.
For me to oversee that requires a lot of focus. So I can't say I'm not focused. I'm very focused. And I like this about Enlightened Minds, right? So I enjoy the stress. I enjoy being at the edge. I enjoy failing. Yes, I wish I had failed less, but and I used to say, "Oh, no." It's a constant growth. I today can sit at the table and maybe not into too details, but I can still speak with the professor from Quantum and Research Center, because that's how I learn, right? So I go to subjects which I don't just pick and choose and say, I understand what quantum is. No, I go to research.
You go deep research on each of it.
And why not? I mean, we live in the country which is very diversified. What today UAE doesn't have.
True.
It has everything. Hotels, entertainment, gaming, AI, quantum, development, manufacturing. If my business started in this country, so why I shouldn't be that diversified,
right? Okay. Now, just another question, since you mentioned 25 companies. What is your time management secret in that?
First of all, what changed when I changed in 2021? So I wake up at 4:40.
Morning 4:40.
4:40. Then I depends on the timings for Fajr pray. because it's shifting. So now it starts at 5:38, but it was around 4:40. That's why it's so so either I pray at home and then go to the gym, depends on the timings, or I go to the gym and then I pray there before I start. Then I try to have this, small achievements every day. So you can't really achieve everything. And it's ridiculous how I used to make my to-do list. You make like 20 things to do, then you do 2 and then you feel upset. So I'd rather focus on things I can actually deliver.
So you just only write down only
exactly
3 tasks,
what I need. And I go to sleep around 9:30. So I wake up always morning, energized. And we don't run a huge team. That's the beauty of ecosystem. So each company is run by its own team, by its own owner, the founder. So you only communicate with founders of the business.
There is only running through their numbers and the KPIs.
There is an advisory board. There is monthly gatherings. There are and I do believe that, of course, I have the feeling that the time is not enough, that you could have done so much more. Like today, I sat down, I sent a couple of the emails, and then it's already 1:00. Now pray time. Then we went to mosque. Then I know that I have 2:30. I have podcast. Now 4:00 I have a call. And then weekend. And then I do spend time with my kids. I have 3 kids, 3 sons.
Nice.
I mean, 2 with me here and 1 with my first wife. But so 2 sons, they occupy my time. I have 2 dogs. So
weekends you keep it full for your family?
Yeah, I try. My wife always fight with me if I have any meetings scheduled
in the Saturday
on
or
Sunday. But I have partners in Abu Dhabi, and then sometimes they say, "Okay, I will be in Dubai on Sunday. Let's meet." And I was like, "Okay, you know how it's difficult." But,
nice.
Yeah, so there's no. I don't think there is a secret. It's just that, if we remember school days, we had time for everything, right? So we go school, we go training.
We had a strict routine.
So I think the only problem when we don't schedule things, that's when you actually don't have time for anything. You're always running late.
True.
But if you have that routine, and this routine is with me for now a long time.
Nice.
I had a challenge 365 days. I decided to do this challenge that I would walk for 10,000 steps every morning, single day. And 4th attempt. First attempt, I overslept on after 1 month. Second attempt, 2 weeks. Third attempt, 3 months. After 3 months,
so
I
it's
missed.
Like you have to restart then.
Exactly. After 3 months, I had to restart. So it was 90 days when my wife told me, "Come on, it's weekend." And then when you feel sleepy, like, then like, what did you do? I have to start again.
You missed it again.
Then she said, "Okay, I won't touch you anymore." So it was 365 days exactly. And then I think that's what
that's when it built a proper habit. So that's the time it takes to build a proper habit.
I believe.
I guess, right?
I know that people say 2-3 weeks. But then
it actually takes time to become really consistent.
So.
Nice. Now back to your investor mind. See, you have 25 companies and you still keep on investing into different other businesses, right? So if there's a founder who's watching this show and if he wants to pitch you their business idea, what are the most important things that he needs to keep in mind?
First, the idea should make sense for this market, because we understand this market, right? So we're not investing outside of UAE.
UAE is your only
main focus. Then people sometimes come and say, "Okay, I have the solution for a problem." But it means they haven't done, because sometimes this problem doesn't exist in this market again.
They just created the problem.
This problem is not there, or this problem will be fixed by its own or by the government. So we don't look in that, right? Maybe the problem is not big enough, right, to grow and
to create
scale,
as a business
right?
model.
Then numbers should make sense. There is no startup culture in Dubai. I mean, it's flipped from when it was early. We were trying to become a next Silicon Valley, where ventures is investing blindly into ideas. It doesn't work anymore. It should be MVP should be there. you should already have some tractions.
Yes.
So you made money. You should make money.
Yes, it should be a money-making business
Money-making business, and should be sustainable and has a potential to grow.
Okay.
Then, the founder as a team is important. How founder is, because the majority of the businesses fails because founder have just lost energy and focus.
Yeah.
You know, he's trying to exit the business. Like, we don't invest in businesses where
Because
the founder
he wants to exit.
exactly. You know, I'm okay to keep my 10% minority. No, my friend, you have to run the business.
You run the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we don't invest in that. We look into, as I said, where we can use our existing infrastructure.
Okay.
Right. So when the founder says, okay, I'm looking for $1 million because I want to grow my business here. And then you say, okay, show me the numbers. How are you going to deploy the capital? There shouldn't be like any debts or salaries he wants to cover. And then we say, okay, so you want to put $200,000 into marketing. Okay, so we have a marketing agency, right?
Okay.
I would rather give them $200,000 so they would run this marketing. He should agree and accept that we would put our own CFO on board.
Okay.
Right? Our own ecosystem as well. Should be that the lawyers will be ours, marketing will be ours.
Because that keeps
that's
the
the
business
ecosystem, right? For them, it will be a new client. Then there will be no the funding will be distributed by our own CFO who will sit on board.
Okay, nice.
Because if
so he will oversee the accounts.
If the founder wants to grow the business, or he wants to actually upgrade his apartment, you know?
So every money that goes, it will be going through the CFO of your company.
Which is, I think, if the founder really wants to grow the business and he believes, he should agree. If he wants to, he's pitching for $1 million and he knows he just needs 200 and another 800 will go to sort out it. So, but he can say, I mean, if he's transparent enough and says, no, I have some debts, because we can see, maybe we can negotiate.
It's a good potential business.
Maybe we can renegotiate with bankers because we know a lot of bankers.
Nice.
Maybe we can get different structuring model. So if he's transparent enough and the business is really good, I don't say why we shouldn't invest.
That's now another thing which I've seen is, I know you mentioned you only invest in UAE, right? I see a lot of our UAE-based investors are also looking at countries like Africa. A lot of Africa I'm seeing. In fact, my last podcast was with somebody from Africa who was visiting here. So do you also plan to diversify to other parts other than UAE?
Yes, I mean, Africa is a huge region, and we do have connections through one of our partner to 18 African countries presidents.
Nice.
So, and if there are opportunities for Africa in Africa, we would still consider.
That
of course.
That's nice.
Again, if we know how to mitigate the risks, we would consider other regions like India, for instance, and Africa and Indonesia, huge market. My local partner is building a digital bank there. So
if we know, started into
if we know how to mitigate and control the risks, we would definitely involve. Like we don't have anything in LATAM for instance. We don't know how to mitigate risks there.
Nice. Now, I remember you telling when you were starting out, you were financially not very aware of the words that you need to know. Now that you are aware, what would be your advice to a founder? What KPI should they look at every month for their business? Like what number should they look at other than the profit?
Well, they should definitely look into the cash flow.
Yes.
Because cash flow is very important. And they need to understand the forecasting of the cash flow is not only for next 2-3 months, right? So it should be for a year, and they should look at expenses, not only company expenses, but the founder expenses, right? So as I said, majority of founders, they can see the company as their own pocket.
Okay.
They know that they are the hardest, the first come, the last leave the office. So they have that feeling that they have rights for the cash flow, right? So when they run their business, everything actually counts. All the accessories for the office, the office itself. Yeah, so people fell into trap thinking that the business will not attract. It works in some businesses when you have a full floor and nicely furniture, but it depends what business you run. Like I had an old mentor. He used to have here like travel agency, Safari, Abra, those boats. And he was sitting all his life, I knew him like 30, 50 years in the same building, in the same office. All he upgraded from a first floor to a second floor just because he needed to expand. He says, when I go for a meeting with a travel agency who sits in the IFC, they either on the way to bankruptcy because it's a travel agency. You won't make much money to cover the IFC, right? So all that should be
keeping your overheads.
In Dubai, it's so easy to go overhead. Because you have offerings. Let's take cars. We'll be picking up clients from the airport. Investors will come, and then, And when you hear this from your CMO saying that, we just need to, invest in advertisement in this magazine or this, think twice. Depends on the business, right? Who
really
you want to attract.
Exactly.
We've tried all of it. Majority of sponsorships, they don't work. Like, you attend event, you see press wall with the list of companies and logos. Do you call all of them and say, plus your logo doesn't say what you do, right? So you see the logo, so...
Unless you're already a big, huge brand, then people don't have that brand recall.
That's why the marketing overheads, the cash flow, I think those are important
the major
KPIs.
points to look at. How much more time do I have? 8 minutes?
58, so we have like 2-3 minutes.
Okay, so then I'll close off. I'll ask some final question and then we can. So now as a final part, this is in terms of covering all of it, your mindset and everything. So when you started off, you would have certain thing, this is what success means. And now you're a different person. What does the success mean?
I really love this question. I swear. Because for me, a success was when you when you write things you want to achieve and you say, I want to be on the cover of Forbes magazine. And then somebody asks me, why? And then you say, because Forbes means you are a billionaire, right? So, and then they say, why you want to be a billionaire? And then I stuck like, true. Like, why? And I received an email from Forbes Middle East saying that your concierge company was selected as best Middle East concierge among quintessentially among other companies. And then I realized that, I will be on the Forbes magazine, but I am not a billionaire owner of the company. And the company is not even a $1 billion company. So for me, success was, being recognized, being on the stage and, that was the success. So now, success for me, especially for Enlightened Minds, is the achievement of each company. So now our success is every time the company gets where, like when we started with them, and then where we put our own KPIs, we say, we want equities because we'll take you here. So when we get there, that's our success as Enlightened Minds. So it's no longer, and I always say that
it's no more those fancy bells.
Exactly. The thing is that for everyone is different. Luxury for everyone is different. People may say, that the luxury is the yacht, private jet, and the huge penthouse. For some, it's just family and kids being healthy and you able to support them. It's another level of success. It's another level. So I think today, on the personal level, success is the ability not to give up. Is already a success. So I am successful 100% because I'm not giving up.
Wow.
I'm not giving up on where we're going. I'm not giving up on the main idea of Enlightened Minds. I'm not giving up on companies we have onboarded and they are not delivering yet. I'm not giving up on the entire idea of building an ecosystem and being a diversified. So I am successful.
Nice.
Before, I wasn't able to say that, and I was, because my perspectives were different. I was trying to get to a different level of success.
Yes.
So today I am not shy when people say, "Oh, Timur, you are a successful entrepreneur." Before I was like, "No, not yet."
Okay.
So because my success was different. I was measuring things differently.
Yes.
So now is yes, money are important. Yes, the size of your account is important. But what's more important is in today's world, when you're not giving up on what you do is very successful.
Yes. Amazing. Thank you so much for
Thank you
that
very much,
inspiring words. Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it. I just came up with this. So thanks for asking. Thanks for asking.
That's amazing. Thank you
I'll write
so much.
about this tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Please take a photo and then tag us.
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching the show. Please don't forget to comment below whatever more questions you have. Probably you might invite him again for more lessons. Thank you so much, everyone.